Hello everyone, I am David, I'm a PhD student in computational linguistics, and in this video I'm going to talk about strings, and in particular about 5 concepts that you might not know they existed in Python. So, the concept number 1, string creation. In Python, you can use 3 different approaches to create a string. It's either a single quotes, which I have here, a double quotes, which I have here, or multi-line string, which is created by 3 double quotes. So now when I run this cell, we can see that these 2 are as expected, and the multi-line spans multi-lines. We can also see that the type of every one string is the same, is the class string. Concept number 2, string slicing. So in Python, as it's in some other languages, we can access single characters in strings. So this is done using brackets and the index, which denotes the character we want to access. So here, when we want to access the first character, it's denoted here. Something which is specific in Python is that we can actually use negative values inside brackets, and it means that we are accessing characters from the back of the string. So here it means that this is the first character from the back. So when I run this prints n, because this is the last character. And what's the slicing? So slicing is that we can dynamically use some substring from the string, and it's denoted like here. So we have 2 values. The first one is the starting position, starting index, and here is the ending index. And the first one is included and the second one is not. So here we print the 7th, 8th and 9th character in this string. So here is Then what we can do something interesting here, and that's we can omit either of these indices. And it means that instead of some specific value here, Python knows that we want to start from the beginning here, and here we want to end by the end of the whole string. So here we can see it's like the Python, and here it's un, because it's fun here. Another interesting thing here is that we can use a step. So adding another column here, either here or here or here, we can then add a value, an index, which denotes the step we are going through the slice. So here, so we omitted the first index and the second one, so it means that we are iterating from the whole string, and we want to go every second character in the string. So here we can see that in this output. And combining the negative step here, using no indices here, we can do a very interesting way of reversing a string. So here, this notation in Python reverses the string, which we can see here. Concept number 3, the f-string notation. The formatting of strings existed also in C or C++ or other languages. But in Python, from the version of 3.6, the f-string formatting was introduced, and now we can use variables inside the string. So the f-string is denoted using this f by the beginning of the string, and then in curly brackets we can add variables, which are then converted automatically to string representation. So now when I run this, the output of this first command is name Alice age 30, because it's directly imported here. The same thing works with some expressions. So when we use +5 to the age variable, this is calculated and converted to string, and it's printed here. There's also some formatting here, so when we want to round to 2 decimal places here, words like here, and we can also span over multiple lines here. So this is printed here. Concept number 4, further improvements of f-strings. So introducing the version of Python 3.12, we have some improvements of f-strings. There are 3 of them worth noting. So the first one is that we can use the same quotes inside the curly brackets, because before we couldn't, now we can. So when we run this works perfectly, because here we have the same quote and it's here. The second thing is that we can use backslashes in f-string. Again, before the version 3.12 it was not possible, there was a syntax error. Now it works pretty fine. And the last thing here, we can span over multiple lines. So now when I run this command, we have a fully functional string here. Concept number 5, self-documentation. Another concept which was introduced by the version 3.12 was self-documentation. So let's say that we have 3 variables, user, action, and timestamp, and we want to, for debug purposes, show the values of these variables. And we want to do it in a way that we can see what variable belongs to what name. So the old way of doing this would be to print user equals to and the variable. But in the newer version of f-string, we can use only the equals here. So when I run this, the output is exactly the same. So and furthermore, we can also use some expressions here which are printed like this. Thank you very much for watching this video. Consider subscribing if you like this, and see you in the next one. Bye.